Last month, I spoke to an agency owner who torched $40,000 on content production to make exactly $0 in sales. Meanwhile, one of my clients posted just 11 times and made $320,000 without even saying buy now. I'm going to give you the exact operational system in the next 10 minutes that made my client over $300,000 and could potentially make you the same amount of money. Look, if you're tired of posting every single day, getting the likes, getting the fire emojis, but your calendar is still empty and your bank account is still flat, you are not alone. You're stuck in the content slave trap with many other people. See, most agency owners and coaches fall into one of two dangerous buckets. Bucket number one is the free teacher. Your content educates, it gets saves, but nobody buys, meaning you're in the friend zone. Bucket number two is the pitch slap. So it screams salesy, it feels desperate, and it gives you the mute instantly or even the unfollow, which is not what we want and is very unideal. The result is you're working with the algorithm instead of the algorithm working for you. See, I've been there. In 2023, I posted over 400 pieces of content. I grinded every single day in the trenches, and I made a grand total of $11,000 in the whole year. That's only $27 a post if you break it down. It was embarrassing. But then I stopped guessing, cracked a specific method that allowed your content to do the heavy lifting for you, quietly, elegantly, and at scale. We call this the value ladder method. Now, I want to be clear. What I'm about to show you isn't theory. It's not something you read in a book last week. Since 2023, my agency has installed this exact value ladder operating system into 27 different businesses. And let's look at some of the receipts from the recent results of our clients. So client A, an e-commerce brand, we took them from $10,000 a month struggling to get any sales and recurring clients and no organic traffic through socials or internet and Google, etc., Pinterest, no traffic channels. We brought them to $1.4 million within 1 year in just 11 months. The kicker was all organic content and zero paid ads, guys. Client B is a high-ticket coach. This time was about efficiency, so we posted only 9 times a month on his YouTube. That resulted in 220K additional client revenue generated for this high-ticket coach. Client C would be a B2B SaaS company, which we worked with utilizing LinkedIn. We did 14 targeted posts to their ICPs, adding $97,000 to their top line monthly recurring revenue. That is not a one-time cash, that is recurring revenue every single month, meaning if you do it right one time, you can gain money for years to come, right? And just to prove this works for local business as well, we worked with a local dentist, which we used TikTok and posted 11 videos and generated $300,000 worth of bookings. Now, here is the details that matter the most that you're probably wanting to know. Across all those examples, the millions in revenues, 0 of those posts ever said, DM me, link in bio, book a call. We didn't beg, we didn't pitch, because when you use the value ladder method, the content doesn't need to scream, it pulls people in magnetically, organically. All told, this method has generated over $19 million in tracked client revenue since we deployed it late 2023. So the obvious question is, why on earth would you share this framework for free on YouTube with us, Dalin? The answer is selfishly simple. I'm going to give you the entire framework step by step right now because I know that the people who successfully implement this usually end up making enough money to hire us anyways to automate the whole system for them. Okay, let's open up the hood. This is the value ladder method. Most people treat content like a lottery ticket. They post a video and expect a sale instantly, but there is a gap, a massive gap of skepticism, distrust, and noise. To bridge that gap, every single piece of content you create, whether it's a tweet, a reel, or a YouTube video, must climb the prospect up the 4 invisible rungs. You cannot skip a rung, you cannot jump a rung. Rung number 1 is curiosity. This is the stopping part. If they don't stop scrolling, you don't exist. Your content must break the regular zombie brain rot swiping pattern. So you have to have something that shocks them and gets them out of that zombie phase, right? And rung number 2 is belief. Now be careful here. This isn't them believing you are some guru or you can save their business and bring their kids and bring their wife back. No, this means they believe that you understand them. This is the internal monologue here that you want them thinking when they watch your video is, wow, This person gets me. Rung number 3 is desire. Once they feel understood, we have to pivot to the transformation. We move them from problem aware to solution aware. Their internal monologue shifts to I want that result to I need that result. That is where we finally bring in rung number 4, which is certainty. Desire isn't enough anymore. They need to know that it will work for them, and it has worked for people just like them. This is where we remove the risk. They need to think this will 100% work for me for my specific situation. Here's the golden rule of the value ladder method. If you miss any rung, the sales dies. If you have curiosity but no belief, you're clickbait. If you have desire but not certainty, you're a nice to have but not a need to have, meaning you're not closing any sales and no new clients are coming through your door. Knowing the rung is great, but you can't just stare at the value ladder and expect it to climb it. You need a specific tool for a specific job. In my agency, we categorize every single post into one of 5 content types. Each type is desired to conquer a specific rung of the value ladder. Type A is the pattern interrupt. This lives on rung 1. Its only job is to stop the thumb from scrolling past your video. The best way to do this is to attack a commonly held belief. Example of this would be the number 1 reason your reels flop has nothing to do with your editing. See what happens? The viewer thinks, wait, I thought editing was everything. And they stop and it's brought up to their attention, and then you can pitch them whatever else that your video is actually about. Is it scripting? Is it about visuals? Is it about camera quality? Something like that, right? Audio quality, etc. Type B would be the pain mirror. So this climbs rung number 2, and this is about empathy. You need to articulate their problem better than they can describe it themselves. You want to read their diary. Look, you're posting every day, but your calendar is empty. And honestly, it's starting to feel personal. When they hear that, they don't just listen, they believe you are the expert. Type C is what we call the result porn. This hits rung 3. We need to spark desire in the prospects. Show the outcome in graphic details. Don't be vague. Say, here's the exact dashboard from the day we hit $78,000 in revenue, just $3,000 in ad spend that we used to get here. This is how and why we did it. This creates the gap between where they are now and where they want to be. Type D is the mechanism reveal. This bridges desire and certainty. This answers the question, okay, but how? You explain a specific how that nobody else is talking about. For example, we didn't use ads. We use a specific 3-message DM sequence that most agencies think is dead. Now you aren't just selling the result, you're selling the unique vehicle to get them to that result. And number E, finally, is the objection crusher. This is the final rug, certainty. Your prospects have a voice in their head saying, yeah, but this won't work for me because X. You need to call that voice out directly. Say, I know you're thinking, but my niche is too saturated for this. Well, watch this case study from the fitness industry, the most saturated niche on earth, and how we succeeded in taking it over. You destroy the fear before they can even use it as an excuse not to buy. Those are your 5 weapons. Now, if you rotate between those intelligently, you aren't just creating content, you're now building a sales argument and a sales system that is closing cold viewers into clients automatically for you while you sleep. Now, content types is great, but if you mix them up randomly, you just get noise. You don't serve dessert before the appetizer. We need a specific cadence of content that moves the audience up the ladder systematically. Here's the exact 4-week rotation we use at Laxia for our new clients. Week 1 is all about aggressive awareness, so we are posting 5 type A pattern interrupts and 2 type B pain mirrors. Why? Because nobody knows who you are yet, so we are casting a wide net and we are selling the solution, we are selling the problem in this first week of content. Week number 2 is we pivot from attention grabbing content to type B and type C content, which is more results oriented, and we are taking the attention and turning it into belief and desire. We hook them with the pain, then immediately show them the proof, and then we show them that there is a way out of their pain. Week 3 is a logic shift. Now we introduce the mechanism. So there's type 3, type C, and type D content. So this is mechanism reveal. So this is, they know they have results. Now they need to know how you got them. We're moving them from the emotional desire to the logical understanding. And week 4 is the harvest. So this is where the magic happens. So type 2, type D, and type E, objection crushers. So we're hunting for the skepticism. We are systematically destroying every reason they have not to buy. And we are closing the door on their excuses. Look at their calendar. Do you see what just happened? We didn't nag them, we didn't spam link in bio, and we took a cold stranger, validated their pain, proved the result, explained the method, and removed the risk from the operation. And this sequence alone turns a cold audience into hot buyers in less than 30 days without ever feeling like they were hard sold. So you have the ladder, you have the content types, and you have the schedule. Now, how do we actually get the money? This is the biggest mistake I see. You do all this work, build the value, and then at the very last second, you ruin it with a desperate DM me or click the link to book. The moment you do that, the platform kills your reach and your prospect puts their guard up. We use something called the silent close. Every single post in the calendar ends with one of these specific 3 lines. Number 1 is the hand raiser. If you want that template I just showed you, comment the word ladder below and I'll send it over. Why does this work? It boosts engagement, which the algorithm loves, and it starts the conversation based on value and not a sales pitch. Option 2 is the Robin Hood. So say steal the swipe file in my bio, it's free. Notice the language, steal, free. It feels like they're getting away with something. It creates a rush, not an obligation. Option 3 is the treasure map. Say the full playbook is pinned in the comments down below. This keeps users on the platform, which the platform rewards, but it also directs them exactly where you want them to go. Here's the psychology. When someone comments ladder or goes to your bio to steal a file, they are qualifying themselves. They aren't a cold lead anymore. They're raising their hand and saying, I have this problem and I trust you to solve it. They reach out, you're already pre-sold, no chasing required. All you need to do, hop on a sales call and explain all the logistics and make sure you guys can actually work together well. And then you sell them, and you pretty much send your payment link and you're good to go. But yeah, if you want my team to build your entire value ladder content engine for you, the same one generating 25 to 100K per month for our clients currently, click the link below right now and I'll send you a 25K a month playbook plus a free consultation call with me personally. We only take a select few clients every month, so if you decide to go the harder route doing it yourself, I hope you keep using me as a resource in your journey, and as always, I know you can do it.